Hi guys, good morning all of you. Hope all of you can hear me. Anyone guys, can you please confirm is I'm audible?
Yes, sir.
Right. So guys, like yesterday we have started discussing about what are the different type of transformations, like whatever the different changes that we can do to your tables, whatever we have been imported. So we have started with the data transformation, guys. So the first option we have seen is going to be how to manage your columns. So managing of columns is nothing but like which columns you want to keep, which columns you want to remove. So keep columns, remove columns. Two options are there. In each and every option, we have two sub options are there. In keep columns, sorry guys. In keep columns, we are having the options like how which columns you want to keep and go to column is there. And remove columns, we are having the option called as a remove columns. And we have the other option called as an remove other columns option is there. So you know what is the difference between remove columns and remove other columns? So when I said remove columns, whatever the columns we selected, those columns it is going to remove. If I selected remove other columns, whatever the columns we selected, other than that, remaining columns are going to be removed. That is what we are going to call it as the manage column options there. After that, the next option is going to be reduce rows. In the reduce rows, we are again having two options are there, guys. One is nothing but keep rows is there, and we are having remove rows is there. Keep rows and remove rows. So which rows you want to keep? So you decide which rows you want to keep, not by writing selection. We cannot do the selection. Columns are like, so what are columns? Whatever the columns you selected, only those columns it will keep. Whatever the columns you selected, they may remove. But rows are not like that, guys. Rows are going to be somewhat which is going to be different, guys. So we cannot select a row and we cannot decide, I want to keep this row, I don't want to keep this row. So see there once again, I told you the option, it is going to be manage columns. In manage columns, we are having two options are there. Choose columns and which is going to be remove columns. So which columns you want to choose, which columns you want to remove. And coming to the rows, you need not to select any particular column to remove the rows. So because it is removing from the entire table, so don't think that it is going to be removing of that particular rows. But anyhow, it is going to be keep which rows you want to keep. Keep the top rows, keep the which is going to be bottom rows, keep which is going to be range of rows. I told you what is meaning of range of rows. From where to where you want to keep. Starting from so and so index and up to when, up to where you want to get it. I want 5 rows, 6 rows, 10 rows, whatever you want. And after that, we discussed about how to keep the errors. But whenever you want to keep the errors, I told you, which is going to be how to make the error to come. For that, what I did is, guys, I have entered some data manually. I have been entered the data, right? Which is going to be, this is your table, what we have been entered. So how to make the errors to come, I told you. Why? Because we can enter the data manually also, guys. So one is you can create the data in multiple ways, guys, by using some importing. From getting the data from the source, we can get in, guys. Apart from that, even by entering the data also we can do. So how to enter the data here? Simple. There is an option is here, guys. Even in the Power BI desktop also we have the option, guys. In the Power BI desktop also we are having the option here, guys. Can you see there? There is going to be the enter data option is there. Even you can click here and you can enter the data. Same option, same technique, guys. So it is going to be creating a table, whatever the columns you required, whatever the rows you want to enter. And after that, we can just see whatever the names you require, you can give and simply click on the load data, guys. Or else directly you can in the Power Query editor also, we directly have an option called as an enter data. There also we can enter the data manually. So yesterday we have entered the data manually, guys. What is an advantage of entering the data manually means we can make some changes as you require. You can make the changes as you require. We can make the changes. So see, how can you edit your data? So go to the source here now. This is your source data. You can just click on this edit button. Once you click on the edit button, you can edit the data. But whenever the data is imported from somewhere, you can't edit the data here, guys. We can't edit the data. Where you have to edit the data, you have to go to the source file. There you have to make the changes. And again, you have to refresh the data. Without refreshing, the data will not be refreshed. See there, it is going to be source there. You can't edit the data. From where the data is coming, it is showing you the file name. It is something like medals by, which is going to be country underscore 2016. Like that, we can import the data like this. Okay. So this is the way how we can enter the data. Now, if you can see, yesterday we have discussed about that. So remove this particular step. There are some errors are there. How to make the errors to come? Just for a simple technique, I told you. Take some number columns. Take some number columns. And what you do is, instead of having a number, add some text. Like for example, in the place of 1010, I entered TEN10. Or in the place of somewhere around 60,000 or something, I added one extra alphabet. I have been got send it. I have added some extra alphabet. And try to convert. After doing that, what you do, there are going to be string type of data types. But what you do is you try to convert, then there is no errors. Whenever there are text type of data type, there are no errors. So change the data type. So you can see once you change the data type, you can see immediately there is going to be a change in the data type. How to change it? Very simple. Here, come here and change it to whole number. Come here, click here and change it to whole number. Automatically, it is going to become something like the errors will come. Now you deciding. Now you decide. Now select this column now. Now select the column. Keep the duplicates or keep the errors. So what it is going to do now, it is going to keep the errors based on the errors only based. That means it will keep the rows which are having the errors in that particular column. So in this column, which row is having the errors? Only the first row is having the errors. So whenever I said keep errors, it will keep only the rows which is having the errors. For example, again, delete the step. And this time you select this column and you do the same application, keep errors. Only the rows which are having the errors in that particular column only it is going to keep. So what about the errors in the salary column? That it won't keep it. But if you select both the columns, see multi-select, select and select, control plus click, multi-select we can do. And you can say keep duplicates automatically. Sorry, not duplicates, just it is going to be, I selected these two and I selected the option saying that it is going to be keep errors. Now you can see the two rows, which is having one row is having the error in one column and one row is having the error in the other column. But only in the selected columns only it will select it, but not with all the columns. Okay. So this is the different options what we have discussed in the yesterday's session. Right, guys? Anybody? Any questions in this particular discussions, guys? If anyone having any questions, I can just clarify and then I can go to the next discussion, guys. All of you are fine with this? Hope all of you have installed the Power BI desktop. And I told you, you can download any data set. I also shared you some data sets to you guys that also we can use, or you can use your own data sets also. There are a lot of public data sets are there. You can download any data sets, guys, any CSV files, you can download it. Or else I told you to enter the data also manually, we can enter the data. We are still in the beginning only, guys. So you can enter the data manually also, we can enter the data. Isn't it? So we are still at the basics, like only removing of rows, removing of columns, only keeping the rows and keeping the rows. So you can also do it with a small data set also we can do, guys. Take some tables, add some columns to them, and you can just enter the data manually. And then you can do the practice on those particular columns also we can do it. Okay, fine, guys. So hope all of you have understood this particular concept. Now I'm going to explain the next concept called as, which is going to be nothing but keep duplicates. Same technique, guys, just like how the keep errors are there, it is going to be keep duplicates. Now what you are asking. So whenever we selected keep duplicates, what it is going to do, it is only going to keep the rows which contains the duplicate values in that particular column, guys. Only the selected column only. Observe the difference, guys. Whenever we select this column, for example, undo this step. Whenever we selected this column and say, for example, keep the top rows. So keep top rows does not depends on what column you selected. Whether you select this column, this column, this column, this column, or you selected multiple columns. If I said keep first two rows, it will always keep the first two rows only. They're independent of the columns, guys. Keeping the top rows, keeping the bottom rows, keeping the range of rows, they are independent of the columns what we have selected. There is nothing relevant to the column you selected. But keep duplicates and keep errors, they are relevant to the columns what we have selected. That depends on the columns what you selected. For example, if I select the employee number column and say keep top two rows, if I select the department number and say keep top two rows, there is no difference at all. See there if you want. I'm selecting the employee number. I said which is going to be, I have only 4 rows only, guys. I cannot say keep top 10 rows, right? So I said which is going to be keep, which is going to be top, let us say 2 rows. What are the top 2 rows? 1001 and 1002. Even if you selected the department number, whether it contains error, no errors, does not matter. For example, you selected, don't think that, sir, there are some errors are there. Will it works in the same way? Absolutely, it works in the same way, guys. It is independent of the columns what we have been selected. See there, again, it is keeping the same 1001 and 1002, it is keeping them. There is no difference at all. But whenever it comes to the next 2 options, guys, so that is a reason, that is also one reason, guys. You can observe carefully. Keep top rows, keep bottom rows, and keep range of rows. They have kept it like one group. See there, there is one, there is going to be, they have been kept it separately. There is a separately. If we can observe carefully, if you see that also, if we can observe carefully, there is going to be something which is going to be different. So they have been, if we can see the difference here now. See there, guys, there is a difference is there. These two are going to be one group. So they have been separated by a line. And then they kept it in a separate group. So what is the difference? Why they have kept it separately? Why? Because is, if you select it, for example, even if you select the option like a keep top rows, see there, what is the documentation says? Put the pointer there. Once you put a pointer there, you have to get a tooltip there. Keep only the top n number of rows for this particular table. It's a table. It is not relevant to the column. But whenever we select the use the duplicates, if you see the use the duplicate, keep the duplicates, it is saying that keep the rows containing the duplicated values in the currently selected column. In the currently selected column, keep errors, that is also going to be the same thing, guys. Keep only the rows containing only the whatever the errors, only in the selected column only it is going to contain the errors. That is what the difference between keeping that particular duplicates and keeping that particular top rows. Now, what is meaning of duplicates, guys? I'll do one thing, guys. I'll do one thing. You can create as many copies of the tables very, very easily. For example, this is your students table. Let me do this example practically, guys. Same table, I'm going to take it just for a small timing. I entered the data. If you want, you can enter the data, some more data you can enter in, guys. Let me enter some data, but the data was imported from students.csv file. The data was imported from students.csv file. The data was imported, which the data was imported. Okay. Now, no worries. No worries. What you can do is just you do one thing, guys. No need to worry about. You can insert the data because I cannot edit the data there. I cannot edit the data, guys. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to enter the data one more time. I can enter the data. So what I'm going to do, enter the data because I want to make you understand the concept carefully. So this is going to be the data, guys. So student ID, guys. Okay, student table is already there. No problem. Student name, which is going to be, otherwise I'll do one thing. I'll take some example of which is going to be employee number. Let us say employee name, job, what is the salary, and what is the department number. Just to understand the concept, let me insert some data, guys. 1001, name is ABCD, job is a clerk, salary of 2,500, department number of 20. Let me insert some sample record so that you can understand it. He is going to be job is manager, his salary is some 4,000, department number of 30, department number. Like that 1003, some name, some PQRS. Let us say some job is going to be salesman and some salary of some 2,000, department number of 10. Next 1004, some name EFGH. The job is going to be, let us say, the manager and having some salary of 4,500 and let us say department number of which is going to be 20. Now again, it is going to be some, I'm inserting some records, guys. Randomly only I'm inserting. Only employee number I'm inserting in a sequential order so that you can understand it. Which rows it will keep, which rows it will delete to understand the concept. So name, any name you can give, MNOP. And I said which is going to be salesman and in the department number of, let us say it is going to be something salary of 3,200 and department number of which is going to be 10, department number. 1006, some name, some other name which is going to be some WXYZ it is going to be. Let us say that I'm going to say again a clerk, some salary of something like 4,100 and department number of which is going to be some 30, department number. Like this, let me insert some sample records so that you can understand it. 1007 and some other name what we can see. Let us say some anything MNOP or is something like IJKL I'm going to be just giving. Okay. And some job is going to be, let us say again, which is going to be something like a salesman. Let us say that it is going to be salary of which is going to be 2000 and department number of 10 it is going to be. Just I'll insert one more record so that you can understand it. Okay. Any name, whatever the name it is going to be, something like URST or something like that. And I'm going to say that it is going to be again a manager. It is going to be something like salary of 4,300 and department number of 10 department number. Right. So this is the data what I have been entered. So already employees table is already there, right? So let us say that it is employees underscore, for example, new, or otherwise easy to identify just to understand the, just to reset in the after some days, if again you want to review the concept, which table we have been got used. So it is employees underscore duplicate. So I inserted some data manually, guys. It is going to be employees underscore duplicates. See there, guys. If we can observe carefully, if we can observe carefully, the job is containing some duplicate values, guys, like clerk, manager, salesman, and the salesman, etc., etc. Is the salary is containing any duplicate values? I think there are some duplicate values are there. 2000 is the duplicate value. And one more also, I think there is no other values. Okay, 4,000, 4,500, 4,300, 4,100. Okay, only 2,000 is going to be duplicated. Okay, coming to department numbers also 20, 30, 10, whatever we have, there are duplicates. Now see, very easy, very simple. I selected the department number column and I'm saying that it is going to be, I'm selecting the option called as, which is going to be keep the duplicate values, meaning that is, whatever the rows that are containing the duplicate values in that particular column, keep them, don't remove them. Okay, just for a small timing, because I want to show the example, right? So let me add one extra record, guys. It is going to be 1009, something which is going to be some data, whatever it may be. Some BCDE or something is there, or BCDL debit. And some job is going to be clerk, and some salary of something like a 4,000 and department number of 40 department number. Again, I'll add one more record. 1010, something like MNOP. Okay, it is going to be done. It is going to be RST or something. It is going to be RST. I'm going to be giving. Does not matter. It is going to be a manager. And I said which is going to be salary of 4,100 and something like a department number of 50 department number. See there. Click on OK. So we added some extra records, guys. Very easy, very simple. Now select this column, whatever the column I'm selecting. Which column you want to select, you have to select it, guys. For example, if I select the employee number column, observe carefully. If I selected the employee number column and selected the option called as keep duplicates, it is only applicable only to the rows which are having duplicate employee numbers. You're asking, keep only the rows which are having the duplicate values in employee number column. But unfortunately, in employee number column, we don't have even a single duplicate value. It was not there. So it is going to be keep duplicates. So there are no duplicate records are there, no duplicate values. Maybe department number is having duplicate, salary is having duplicate, job is having a duplicates. But I'm not bothered about these columns. I'm bothered about only about employee number column. See there, I said keep duplicates. So unfortunately, what happens? We know that, guys. Complete rows has been got deleted because every employee number is a unique value. You know what is meaning of unique values, guys? No repetitions has been taken place. Not even single employee number has been repeated. Okay, remove this. Now select the department number column. This time, select the department number column. Again, apply the same option as it is, keep duplicates. In employee number column, we don't have even a single duplicate. That's why not even a single record, it has been kept. It removed all the records. Now, if you observe carefully, whatever the values that are duplicates, which values are duplicate? 10s are duplicated, 20s are duplicated, and 30s are duplicated, isn't it? But 40 and 50 are not duplicates because they are, you know, what is a duplicate? The values which are repeated. So what you are asking here is, whatever the rows which are having the repeated department numbers, only repeated department numbers, keep them. Remaining rows, you have to delete it, guys. So see there, keep the rows which are duplicate values. Only which rows it is going to keep? Only the rows which are duplicated. That means out of these 10 records, except the last two records, guys, it is going to keep the remaining records. It will keep. See there, except the last two records, 1009, 1010 or 1010, except the last two records. Remaining records, it has been got kept, and the remaining records, it has been deleted. This is only for department number column, guys. Now, same as it is, for example, if you selected the salary column, and again, if I selected the same option called as keep duplicates. Now, which values are duplicated? In the earlier case, when I selected department number, except the last two, except the 40 and 50 department number, remaining records it is keeping. But this time, if you see salary column, when I selected the salary column and said keep duplicates, which are the duplicated values here now? 4000 is duplicated because the same 4000 was repeated here now. And 4100 also it has been got repeated. So except the 4000 and except the 4100, remaining records it will remove, and only the records which is going to be duplicated, they are going to be keeping. Even 2000 is also duplicated, sorry. So two 2000s you can see there, and two 4000s we can see there, and we can see two which is going to be 4100s we can see there. So this is going to be the basic idea of how we can work with this kind of a techniques, what we are going to be what we are going to be gets working with that. Okay, so that is the basic idea of how we can work with this kind of an applications, what we are going to be gets working with them. Okay, so that is the basic techniques of that is going to be the basic techniques of how we can work with this particular applications, what we can see. See there, it is going to be the one which we can see, the one which we can see as of these particular applications, what we are going to be working with that. See there, the concept here is. Now it is going to be, for example, now let us same technique it is going to be. Now I selected the job column. Now in the job column, every job is going to be duplicated. For example, just for small testing, you know that now, if you want to test it, you can do one thing. Let us say that the manager, I'm going to make it like n, which is going to be, I said, which is going to be the analyst, what we said. So whenever I selected which is going to be the analyst and what we have done, if we can see that it is going to be the analyst is there. So what are the jobs? Clerks are duplicated, salesmen are duplicated, managers are duplicated. Except the analyst remaining, it is going to keeps. Except the analyst, it is going to be removed. So what you can observe, when I selected the department number, except the last two records, remaining 8 records, it is keeping. Whenever we selected the salary, except the 6 records, the remaining 4 records are getting deleted. Whenever I selected the job, except the analyst, remaining it is keeping, analyst job is going to be deleted. So 1 record is deleting here, 2 records are deleting here, 4 records are deleting here now. Why 4 records are deleting? Because 2000 is duplicated, 4000 is duplicated, 4100 is duplicated. What are not duplicated? 2500 is not duplicated, 4500 is not duplicated, 3200 is not duplicated, and 4300 is also not duplicated. Except these 4 values, remaining it will keep. Remaining it will keep. Now, the main discussion here is, if I select the 2 columns and do that, see there, if I select the 2 columns and if I do that, observe carefully, don't think that it checks only for the duplicate values for salary. It will check the duplicate value for department number, not individual, guys. It has to be combined. It should be combined, guys. Combined means if the same salary and same department number is repeated, only those values it will keep. Don't think that only 4000s it will keep and only 20 department numbers it will keep. No. What I'm saying here is, observe carefully here now. If you look at this particular data here, observe carefully, I'll explain this. Normally, when I selected only the salary, what will happen now? 4000 is duplicated, isn't it? 2 4000s are duplicated. And which is going to be 2, which is going to be 2000s are also duplicated. This is duplicated. And one more is going to be another 4100 is also duplicated. But being I selected both these columns, when I selected both these columns, what it will do is, it won't check only for 4000 and 4000. It checks whether both these values are duplicated. But if you observe carefully, this is 4030 department number and this is 4040 department number. So they are not duplicates. They are not duplicates, guys. Same as it is 2010 department number and 2010 department number, this is duplicated. Why this is duplicate? Same salary and same department number. And what about 4100? And what is going to be 4130 department number, 4150 department number? So salary is duplicated, but the department number is not duplicated. So only which two records are duplicated? So 2000 is only the duplicate record here now. We should not say only 2000. 2000 and department number of 10, it should be duplicated. Hope you understand, guys. It does not verifies individually. It is going to verify, it is not individually. Combinedly, it is going to do that. For example, if we selected only department number, what are duplicate values? 20, 20, 20 is duplicate. Okay, 20, 20, only 2 times. Okay, 30, 30, and which is going to be 2 times, it is repeated. 10 is repeated for almost all 4 times. So all these are duplicated values. But whenever you selected both of them, when you selected both the columns, now who are the duplicates? Only this one and only this one will be duplicated. Why both of them are duplicated? Because is same salary and as well as same department number. Salary will be the same and department number also will be the same. But for remaining records, maybe the salary is repeated. Okay, maybe the department number is repeated. See this? These two records are having the same department number, but they have a different salaries. If you see the 10 department number, or if you see these two 10 department numbers, so they may have same department number, but they have a different salaries. So whenever I selected both these columns and say it is going to be keep duplicates, then what it is going to do? It will keep only that particular 2 rows, which is having the same department number and the same salary. Okay. Yeah. Just please be online, guys. I'll be back. Just please be online. Yeah, guys. So let's continue this. So this is going to be how you can see that. So observe carefully now. If they have the same salary and same department number, then only they will be duplicated. So I have some other records are there. 4,000, 4,000 is there, but they don't have the same department number. I may have 20 and 20, but they don't have the same salary. Like that, whenever we select multiple columns like this, don't expect that only it will select the 4,000, 4,000, 2,000s and 3,000s, and it is going to be 20s, 30s and 10s. Not like that. Okay. For example, if I selected, let us say this. If I selected, for example, if I selected these two particular records, that's the reason, guys. Carefully, we are discussing about. If you see this clerks, these clerks are going to be duplicated. Normally, individually, when you see these 3 clerks are duplicated, but one clerk is having 2,500. Another clerk is having 4,100. Another clerk is having 4,000. They are not duplicates. They are not duplicates. Who are duplicates? Same job and same salary must be there. So take managers. He is one manager, he is one manager, and he is another manager. All the 3 managers are having 3 different salaries. See there, 4,000, 4,500, and 4,300. So there are not duplicate. So who are duplicates? Salesman. How many salesmen are there? 1, 2, and 3. 3 salesmen are there. But out of the 3 salesmen, if you observe carefully, see there. Normally, if I ask about salesman, there are 3 salesmen are there, 3 duplicate records. But when you combine both job and salary, what will happen? The job and salary is going to be nothing but one is going to be 4,000. The other one is going to be, 2,000, 3,200 and 2,000. So only these 2 records will become duplicates. Why? Because they have the same job and they have the same salary. This does not becomes the same duplicate value, because they may have the same salary. They may have the same job, but they have a different salaries. Okay. So whenever I selected these 2 columns, which values are going to be keep now? Only 2 salesmen it will keep who is having a salary of 2,000. Got the point, guys? Like that, you have to select which is going to be nothing but a multiple columns we have to select like this. So we can eliminate the duplicates by selecting only single column, or even we can select multiple columns also we can select it. For example, if I select 3 columns and if I do that, if I select the 3 columns and if I do it, then what happens now? If I select the 3 columns and if I do that, it will check for the records which are having duplicates in all the three values. That means same job, same salary, and same department number. So see there. So which records are having the same thing? Salesman 2000 and department number of 10. Salesman 2000 department number of 10. So these two records are having the same job, same salary, and same department number. Just for a small time being, let me do one thing. Let me change this salesman to, let us say that this salesman, right? Let us say that this salesman we are going to change this to, let us say something like an analyst will say that. Analyst will make it. Now observe carefully. Now what happens now? Now what happens? You see the data. Now what happened? You can see the data. So if you see this, so normally if you see this record and this record is duplicated because both are having the same department number. When I selected both salary and department number, then also it is a duplicate. Why? Because same salary, same department number, same salary and same department number. Same salary and same department number. Then also there are duplicates. These two records are duplicate. But when I added the job column, if you can see, one person is having a salesman as a job and one person is having an analyst as a job. So now if I select, observe carefully, this department number, if I said which is going to be keep, which is going to be duplicates, it will keep the duplicates. All the 10s, it is keeping the duplicates. When I selected these two columns and say keep duplicates, then it is going to keep that particular 2010. Both of them are having same department number and same salary. But when I selected the three columns and if I do the same as it is, keep which is going to be duplicates. Now if you can see, none of the duplicate it is keeping there. Why? Because there are some duplicates in department number. Individually, when you see there are duplicates in department number. There are duplicates in salary. There are duplicates in the job. When I selected the job column and said keep duplicates, it is no doubt, it will keep some duplicate values. Everybody is duplicate here now. It won't delete even a single record also. It won't delete even a single record. Why? Because there is no duplicate records at all. Again, same 10 records as it is. Nothing is deleted. Nothing is deleted. At least if I select here and if I select some keep duplicates, some of the records are getting deleted. Or at least whenever we selected this department number, and if I said which is going to be keep duplicates, it is deleting two of the records, it is deleting. But whenever I selected the three columns, you can see that none of the record it is going to be keeping. Why? Because it is going to check for the duplicate values for job, salary, and department number. If all the three values are same, then only it will become a duplicate value. So simple to conclude the concept, guys. Whenever I selected a single column, it keeps only the rows which are having duplicates in that particular column. But whenever I selected multiple columns, it will keep the rows which the values are duplicated in both of them. Same salary and same department number must be there. Here, if you see that what are duplicates, who are having the same job, same salary, and same department number. If all the three values are same, then it is called as a duplicate record. So that is the way how basically we can work with this particular concept here now. Got it, guys? So that is a little bit tricky way to understand. But as I said that now, if I put this data somewhere here, if I show you the example here, somewhere here, guys. So I have some data was there. So whatever the data you want, you can take it. For example, we have some data in the, where is the table? Okay, I'll import another table, guys. The cars table is there, right? So I'm importing a cars table here now. I can select the table, which is going to be text or a CSV file. And I'm selecting which is going to be the usedcars.csv. So here also I can explain you. I can explain you the example with respect to the cars table. But here we are having more number of records are there. So see there, for example, see the model column. Here every model is a duplicate. That's why whenever we selected the option called as remove duplicates or keep duplicates, it will keep all the records. None of the record is deleted. Same 150 records are there. But the confusion here is being whether there are 150 records are there, you can't see that much easily. We can identify that. Now select price. I selected the duplicate values. Now see clearly there are going to be 150 rows are there. There are 150 rows are going to be there. How many distinct values? 117 different types of values are there. Unique values, how many? 98. Out of the 150, if I remove the 98 unique values are there, guys. If I remove that 98, remaining how many records will be there, guys? Because it is clearly saying that out of these 150 values, 98 values are unique. That means taken only for one time. They are not repeated. So out of 150, if I take 98, then what it is going to do is remaining records are going to be becomes that particular value. So how many records are getting repeated? So remaining that 42 guys, that 42 records will come. Keep duplicates. Check it out if you want. So if you can see that particular values are going to be there. Number of 42 rows will be there, guys. No doubt. Number of rows, sorry. I think we done a mistake. So 98, right? 150 minus, which is 98 is going to be 52. Sorry, we done a mistake. So count is going to be nothing but you can see very clearly 52. Numbers are matching now, guys. So if you can observe carefully the values which are getting repeated, so we can see the data. But only the thing is, here I have to be little bit, we'll be get confused with that. So how many records are there? 52 records are there. Why 52? Why? Because out of that 150 records, unique values are 98. 98 means the 98 values are taken only one time. They are not duplicated. So remaining how many are there? 52 are there. Remaining are going to be 52 are there. So that's why we have got 52 records. Delete the step, you can get 150 records. Got it, guys? This is 150 and you can see unique values are 98. For example, if I selected which is going to be model and price, both of them if you selected, then what it is going to tells you. So it is going to be not the same salary, same price, same model and same price must be repeated. Then you see how many rows it is going to be there. Keep duplicates. So it may not be 52 records this time. It may not be 52 records this time. Now there are only 36 records. Only 36 records only it will be there. See there, same model will be there, same price will be there. Same model will be there, same price will be there. Same model will be there and same price will be there. If the same model and same price is repeating, then it is going to be, it will maintain that records. For example, if I selected, let us say that model, price and color. Now what happens now? Same model, same price and same color must be there. Then only it is going to keep the records. How many records are there? Just only 12 records are there. See the 12 records. All these 12 records, if you see, these two records you see, have the same model, same price, and same color is there, silver. Same model, SC models, if you see, same price is there and the same model is there and same color is there. And here again, same model is there, same price is there and same color is there. So if color is same and model is same and the price is same, then it is going to maintain the data. For example, again, the same technique. If I selected model, price, color, and which is going to be transmission, then if I said which is going to be keep duplicates, it will only keep, again, it is going to be the same 12 only. Now I selected one more column. Let me select one more column. And if I do that, then what is going to be keep rows, keep duplicates. Now, if you can see, it has been decreased to only just a matter of 4 records. Now, what are these 4 records? They have the same year, they have the same model, they have the same price, and they have these two guys. I'm not talking about 4. These two I'm talking about. Same model, same year, same price, and same color, and which is going to be same transmission. I think transmission I didn't select it. These two, year is the same, model is the same, and these two records are having the same price. And it is going to be nothing but it is the same colors. Like that, you can just keep that particular duplicate values according to your requirement, guys. Right, all of you? So that's it, guys. That is going to be how we can understand these particular applications. Same like previously, keep duplicates is very easy. Keep duplicates is not like that. Keep duplicates is very easily we can work with them, right? So whenever we worked in earlier case, keep duplicate means it is not that when I selected 2 columns, both of them should contain the same row should contain the error. It is nothing but what it is saying is even if this is having the error, even if it is not having the error also not a problem. Okay, see there. If you can see here, there is an error. Here, there is no error. Okay, I'm not saying that here there must be error. Here, there must be error. There is not like that. Either this column, if this column, whatever the rows which are having the errors, and whatever the columns which are going to be having the error, keep those particular rows. It's not that here only and here only both of them should be having the errors. And here it must be having the error. It's not like that. It is not going to be like that, guys. Anywhere, either this or either that, if anyone is having the error, that is going to be sufficient. But duplicates are not like that. Here and here, the value, the same value should be repeated. Then only it comes under the duplicate category. Okay. So once if you understand this, understanding the removing rows is very, very easy. First, very simple. You know the remove the top rows, remove the bottom rows. What is meaning of remove top rows, guys? Keep rows, you know that. Keep top rows. Keep the first 5 rows. What is going to be keep the first 5 rows? Except the 5, remove the remaining. Remaining you have to remove. Keep the 5, remove the remaining. But what is meaning of remove the top 5 rows means? It will remove the first 5 rows, it will remove that. It is going to remove the first 5 rows, it will remove. For example, if I said remove bottom rows, remove 5 rows. If I said 5 rows, it is going to be remove the bottom 5 rows, it is going to remove. So keep bottom rows, remove bottom rows. If I said remove keep 5 rows, it will keep the last 5 rows and delete the remaining. Here it is going to remove the last 5 rows and delete the remaining. Like that, sorry, it will delete the last 5 rows and keep the remaining. Like that, it is just an alternative to that, guys. So that is going to be what we can call it as the keep rows and which is going to be remove rows. But there is one small change is there. It is not like the previous case. So it is not remove range of rows. It is remove alternate rows. So what is that remove alternate rows? Will takes a little bit time, guys. So tomorrow we'll discuss about this remove alternate rows. And easily you know that then what is remove duplicates, what is remove errors, one extra thing, what is remove the blank rows, which I'll tell you in the tomorrow's class, guys. Okay. So just for today, I'll stop it here and we'll continue in the tomorrow's class. So what we have discussed for the today's class, guys, we just continued the yesterday's discussion only. Today, we mainly concentrated on what is meaning of working with duplicates. And apart from that, same as it is like keep the top rows, we have deleted remove the top rows, just like which is going to be keep the bottom rows. I have deleted that, but remove the bottom rows and the remaining things are going to be the same as it is. Only slight difference. What are alternative rows? Alternate rows are there. What is the meaning of that? We'll see it in the tomorrow's class, guys, right? So that's it for the today's class. Just for today, we'll stop it here. So observe carefully, guys. Concepts are very simple, but explanation will take a little bit time. Why? Why? Because we have to have some kind of a data and then we have to do the examples. Okay. So that is the basic idea of how we are going to be working with them. So practice them, guys. We have a data will be there. You can work with the data. You can take your own data and we can do all that kind of an examples. We can do that. Okay. So just for today, I'll stop it here and we'll continue in the tomorrow's class, guys. Right? Anybody, guys? Any questions?
So, what is the course duration?
45 days.
Okay.
Yeah. Right. Anyone? Any other questions? Okay. So thanks for today, guys. Just for today, I'll stop it here. We'll continue in the tomorrow's class, guys. So thank you for today. We'll meet up tomorrow.